It's been 5 days since Thanksgiving. Have you been feeding the guilt monster? If you're sitting there eating a box of Oreos or eating something that you feel like you shouldn't be, this is the video for you. This is going to be a kick in the pants that sometimes we all need. Most of you guys know I started off at 360 pounds. I did not get there quickly, but also I got there through guilt and shame. Guilt and shame about what I ate, what I didn't do, what I did do, and everything in between. And that is what feeding the guilt monster is all about, putting meaning into the choices we make. I ate a cupcake. I'm a terrible human being. I decided to eat some sweet potatoes on Thanksgiving. I'm a terrible person. All of these things feed the guilt monster. But the reality is, those are just choices. It's like the sky's blue, it's blue. That's it. I ate some sweet potatoes on Thanksgiving. No meaning. I add it to it. Other people try to add meaning to it. But it's letting go of that meaning that frees us. Was it the best option? Of course not. But I'm an adult. I consciously made the choice to have sweet potatoes in my meal for Thanksgiving. That doesn't make me a bad person. You eating, I don't care if it's cake, pie, cookies, 3 plates on Thanksgiving, it doesn't make you a bad person. And this is all about letting that shame and guilt go. So for you that's watching this and sitting there eating Oreos or whatever it is, I want you to get up, pause the video, and go to the trash and throw it away. Open that container, dump it in. I don't care what it is. Whatever you feel like you shouldn't be eating, go to the trash right now and dump it. If you've got leftovers from Thanksgiving that you shouldn't be eating, I want you to pause the video and go throw it away right now. This is a call to action. Go and do it. I know it can be easy just to say, stop guilting yourself. It's actually a hard thing to do, but I want to walk you through how I do it for myself. The biggest thing I realize is I cannot change 5 minutes ago. I can't change 5 seconds ago. I can't change 5 years ago. Okay? All of this, it cannot be changed. So fundamentally understanding that the shame and guilt, it's pointless in that regard. Because no amount of wishing, hoping, praying, begging is going to change the past. It's not going to change what I put in my mouth. The only control that I do have is what I do right now and in the future. Understanding that is like, so much weight is lifted off my shoulder when I can accept I made the choices I made. Remove the meaning. Just remove that meaning from it. That is letting go of the past. Those are the steps. Realize nothing can be changed in the past. The second thing I strive for is forgiving myself. I am not perfect. It is unrealistic and I'm setting myself up for failure, expecting perfection out of myself. There is not one single human being on this planet alive that is perfect. Why put standards on myself that I can never meet? That's a big thing. I want you to sit and think about that. How many times have you set goals and they've been unattainable or unreachable or impractical because you're not perfect, I'm not perfect, Scott behind the camera isn't perfect. None of us are. Let's not set ourselves up for failure. Set ourselves up for success. Forgive ourselves for the imperfections that we have. The last thing that helps me is, as religious as this might sound, confess. There's literally no better word I can come up with it. Getting it out into the light, whether you have a friend, whether you want to comment below and confess here what you ate. If you are feeling shame and guilt, guess what? We want to hide those things. I want you to think about mold and rot. What are they like? Dark, dank, hidden places. Those kind of things fester and grow and they necrose and kill us from the inside. Don't let it. Bring it out to the light. The UV from the light sanitizes things. It's the same thing with when we feel shame and guilt. We want to hide things. How many times have we eaten bad? In the past, I used to literally eat bad and then I would hide the evidence in the lower part of the trash can because I felt such shame and guilt. Scott's laughing because I'm pretty sure he's done it too. Bring it out into the light. Friends, family, here, our Discord community, wherever you want to. The shame disappears because you're no longer hiding it. What else can you do to take steps to get out of this spiral? Thanksgiving may have been a pothole, but let's not let it turn into a sinkhole. And if you are in the sinkhole, no worries. You can always get back out of it. I actually received a lovely package from LMNT. I have not opened it yet. LMNT is an electrolyte mix for those of you that don't know. I use it pretty much every single day. They sent me what is called the chocolate medley pack. Oh, and look, I also got for the hot, it's a little kettle thing that I can plug in and warm up. Ooh. So this is what we've got for flavors this winter. The chocolate medley. I really love the grapefruit. That's my favorite, but that's more of, you know, kind of a spring flavor. The reason I use these, y'all, is I did have 3 servings of sweet potatoes on my Thanksgiving. So I'm going to have to go through some carb withdrawals from having so many, right? Using LMNT helps immensely. It's got sodium, magnesium, potassium, these kinds of things that help me kind of get over the carb withdrawals, cramps, muscle fatigue, headaches. These kinds of things can happen from low electrolytes. Solve the problem by drinking electrolytes. Right now, LMNT's offering an 8-pack sample pack free with any purchase. You just need to go to drinklmnt.com/carnivorousme. That's drinklmnt.com/carnivorousme. There will be more information about a giveaway I'm gonna set up in the next few weeks at the end of the video if you're interested. So stay tuned for that. I want to remind you guys how important it is to realize that changes that happen over time, we don't see it from week to week normally, sometimes not month to month, but year to year. Remember, I started here. 32 years old and I have type 2 diabetes. I have not blood pressure. I have high cholesterol, high lipids, triglycerides. I have scleroderma. I have RA. I struggle to wipe myself. I struggle to do the dishes. I had to literally set my stomach up on the counter to do dishes more than 5 minutes. I did my video yesterday and I realized I said I could stand 20 minutes with zero pain. I hardly could stand for minutes a year and a half ago. I'm not even kidding you. The pain would be excruciating. I'd hardly walk outside. I was severely depressed and suicidal. Just remember, not everything is about the weight number, but it's the small changes and the small habits that make a difference. You may not see it today, but you will see it in the next months and years. Don't stay in that pothole. This is the encouragement. It is over time that we have the improvements. It is these small things that make changes. I know in social media and influencers and stuff, we go from they were 250 pounds to now they're 140 pounds and it's like, I want that. But a lot of them haven't shown from A to B. The journey in between, it is difficult, it is hard, and there are stumbles. There are very, very few people out there that haven't stumbled, and to be honest, most people have stumbled, but they just won't admit it to others. And that's on them. Not picking on anybody at all, but you're human, I'm human, we're all imperfect. So I'm gonna ask you, if you're still sitting there with those box of Oreos, have you thrown them away yet? If not, go do it right now. I promise you, you will not regret it. You're not going to get a month down the road and say, dang, I wish I'd finished those box of Oreos, or 5 years down the road and be like, dang, I wish I'd finished those box of Oreos that day. I really missed that I did. No, you're going to look back and be like, you know what? I'm so proud of myself that I threw those away. And that was the day that I started. That was the day that I started my journey and put myself first. Put myself first, that I am worth it, that my worthiness as a human being is not tied to my weight in any way, shape, or form. And I'm talking to you chip people too, I hope you know. Whatever it is, if you're doing keto, ketovore, carnivore, whatever it is, put yourself first. Are you willing to give up what you want for what you need? Have that deep conversation with yourself. Are you willing to give up what you want for what you need? Because I can tell you, you don't need those chips, those cookies, or that cake. None of it. If you're using, and I did too, food for emotional support, it doesn't do anything but layer our emotions on the outside. I used to eat my emotions, and I did. I ate them and they turned into fat cells. Literally, the extra weight that I have on me, the last 90 to 100 pounds, is years of eating my emotions that I never dealt with. That's actually why losing weight, I think, is hard as well, because it's not just about the food and what we eat. It's about dealing with current emotions and past emotions and why we got where we got. It's not a snap of the finger as much as I know Instagram and TikTok and stuff, it literally is. In a snap of the fingers, they're fat and then they're skinny and they're happy. Just know that's not the realistic. Watching my channel, I lost a lot of weight, I plateaued, I lost weight, I plateaued. All of this has happened and it is completely normal. Keep getting up. I cannot encourage you enough. Keep getting back up. You are worth it. I know you're worth it. I may not know you personally right now, but let me tell you, the fact that you are alive on this planet, you have value. Would I have ever thought when I was younger, going through all the traumatic events that I went through in my 20s and everything, of being 360 pounds would have me sitting here today? In no way, shape, or form would I have ever imagined sitting here talking to you today. So you might think you are in a dark, deep hole that your life isn't worth it, but it absolutely is. So last time, throw those bags of chips, those leftovers, that food that makes you feel bad away right now. Put into place what you're going to do the rest of the week. You know where your weak spots are. Maybe it's planning for food, like you let yourself get hungry so it's easier to kind of just go get fast food. Set yourself up for success. What are you going to do tonight? What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do the next 5 days? Have that food planned and set out. We always, every single morning, what are we going to have for dinner? Thought throughout the day. Boom, done. There is no question what we're having for dinner. We eat bacon and eggs for breakfast every day, even though I really don't like them. But to me, food is nutrients, not emotional support. Eggs, very nutrient. Do I like them? No, but guess what? I am willing to give up what I want for what I need, and eating eggs gets me there. Last thing, and this isn't around food. This is around making you feel better about yourself. What are the small things in your house, apartment, trailer, whatever? What are the small things that you can do today and this week that are easy, but wins you can give yourself? Is your desk at work a mess? Clean that up. It takes so little effort. Is there a screwdriver that's sitting on the cabinet for 3 months that have needed to have been put up that you haven't put up? Go do that. These small things give you wins. They give you dopamine. They make you believe in yourself. Pick the easy things. Don't pick the hard things like, you have to go pick leaves up out of the backyard for 3 hours. Don't do that. Do something you know you can succeed at. How many times have you seen kids are a good example? If they play a game and they lose and continue losing and continue losing, do they want to keep playing that game? No. Why? Because it just teaches them they're a failure. So don't do that. Play a game you can win. Set yourself up for success. Y'all, I appreciate you so very much. I want to hear how you're doing. Comment below. Please let me know. I love reading the comments. Scott loves it. And you know what? It doesn't just help us. It helps the other people reading it as well. Before we finish up, I want to talk about the LMNT giveaway that we are going to be hosting. It will include the electric kettle, recipe book, and the chocolate medley, which is limited time right now. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is post on social media how LMNT has improved your journey, changed your life. On Instagram, you can just @Carnivorous Me 1. If you use any other social media platform, all you need to do is take a screenshot and send it to me at carnivorousme@gmail.com. December 1st to December 14th, midnight Pacific time. It's taking responsibility that we made this choice. And the dog tail is just thump, 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 thump. Oh boy, that was a big dog earthquake. Bo Nanny. I want to encourage you. I'm going to encourage, I'm going to run my head into everything, Olive. Please, I'm not. Has there been a screwdriver sitting on the cabinet for 3 months that you've needed to put up? Go do it.